This episode is brought to you by SD Sober Living. If you or someone you know needs a safe, supportive recovery home, then reach out to SD Sober Living at www.sdsoberliving.org or call 619-334-9869. That's 619-334-9869. Come get some fuck fentanyl and some San Diego recovery at SD Sober Living. Hey everyone, I want to take a moment to talk about something really important, mental health and addiction. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health or drug addiction, especially if they're facing chronic relapses or have a history of bouncing in and out of treatment centers, I want to recommend Baja Rehab. Baja is a premier lockdown treatment center located just 45 minutes from the San Diego border in beautiful Mexico. I've had the opportunity to visit their facility, and I can tell you firsthand, it's not only stunning, but also equipped with everything needed for recovery. They offer comprehensive medical detox and have a dedicated team of drug counselors and specialized therapists. If you are ready to take the first step towards healing, call Shalom, the intake director, at 619-855-6368. That's 619-855-6368. Your loved ones deserve a second chance, so don't wait until it's too late. Reach out to Baja Rehab today. This is the Fuck Fentanyl guy letting you know if you or a loved one is injured in a motorcycle accident, then call 1-800-Lawtigers for a free case evaluation. We are available 24/7. That's 1-800-Lawtigers with over $1.5 billion recovered in verdicts and settlements. Nobody got your back more than Lawtigers. Doll Hearts by Baby Teeth. Nice. I'm Luis Romero. I'm the Fuck Fentanyl guy, and this is the Fuck Fentanyl podcast. And I have my friend Julia here. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Back in action.
Yep.
So Julia, I got to meet you a little bit ago, and
Yeah.
we kind of,
Just the once, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we did the little photo shoot with your friend Anastasia.
Yeah. Yep.
And you were there.
Yeah, it was at my house.
That was really cool. That was fun.
Yeah.
I remember I was like totally on the road just trying to knock that out, and that was cool that we got to line up and do that.
Yeah. No, it worked out great.
So where are you from?
I'm from San Diego, but I say that I'm from the South because I lived in the South a lot more than I've lived in California.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I don't get that accent or anything.
It only comes out if I'm talking to other Southern people. Like when
Really?
talk to like my car people, like my car loan person, like they're based in Tennessee and they're always coming at me with a Southern accent whenever we talk on the phone. And immediately I'm just like straight back to my yes ma'ams, yes sir, no sir. Like immediately have my Southern comes out fully.
Really?
Yeah. Or if I talk to some family members. So it's just kind of with
Maybe I'll
people.
talk in a Texas accent.
I can't force it. If I
Howdy,
try,
y'all.
If
Howdy,
I
y'all.
If I try to force it, it sounds really
Well,
fake.
Julia,
Yeah.
how's the good old South?
Yeah. But so I've only lived here off and on maybe 6 years total in California.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for the most part, I've traveled a lot all over
Oh,
the
okay.
East Coast and a little bit of the South.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
So you've always kind of just was on the move.
I've always been on the move. I
I
travel
see.
so much and I love it. But hopefully I'm here to stay now in California.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still like my traveling though. A few months ago, I was in Japan and
I saw
South
that.
Korea. Yeah,
that was really cool.
it was the best thing ever. I can't wait to go back one day. I love traveling.
What part of Japan you went to?
I went all over the coast. So it was like a cruise that I went on. My grandparents, they took me on it for my birthday.
Oh, that's so rad.
And we went all around the entire coast and stopped in like, I think 10 different cities.
I see.
I can't remember all their names. I can't pronounce them correctly, but
I go and like the
I went to
Tokyo.
I went to the big I went to the big ones.
Tokyo,
and some
Kyoto.
of the smaller ones. Yep.
Yeah,
I went both of those places. So
I don't. I kind that was the other one that the U.S. bombed. I remember. I think it was
Hiroshima.
Hiroshima.
Yeah, I went there. I went to the museum. I went to the site. It was absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, being there.
They had a museum there?
Yeah, the museum. I didn't get to stay for the whole museum because I was with my grandparents, and my grandmother had a bit of a panic attack going through the museum because the museum's very gruesome.
I fucking can imagine.
They show a lot of very...
The after effects of nuclear.
Or even during. Yeah, just a lot of like horrific imagery.
Is that right?
Of the people and like everything that happened to them. No way. So, but overall, still being there, it was the most amazing experience.
Oh, hell yeah.
I loved it so much.
Yeah, I know. I literally just was saying that to my homegirl yesterday. I was at a meeting in Oceanside, and I was like, man, like fucking, we were like thinking of random places to go, and my buddy was there, and we were like talking about like Norway, like the really like cold, like Alaska, and then I was like, fuck, and then we brought up Japan. I was like, yeah, that'd be fucking sick.
Yeah,
that'd be so fucking cool.
Yeah, no, I would love to go back. I still have some money. I still have some yen, so I need to go back.
You have yen?
Yeah, I have yen, so I still need to go back and spend some of my yen.
Some more yen.
Yeah.
Is yen worth more or less?
It depends on the exchange rate. I think right now it's like $6 is equivalent to like 500 yen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it seems like it's a lot more.
Yeah, so it's pretty nice, but I can't wait to travel again. I don't have any plans in the near future. I was gonna go to Paris with my homegirl, but
oh shit,
yeah, but that fell through for this year.
Damn.
So we're planning for maybe early next year on that. But
that'd be rad.
Yeah, because I've never been to Europe.
My grandpa went. He said he hates it.
Really?
Yeah. he doesn't like how the French people treat their tourists. He likes his ass kissed.
I've heard that. My grandparents, when I graduate college, they plan on taking me on a whole European excursion.
I see.
So I can see that. So I'm excited about that.
That would be cool though. Yeah. That'd be really rad.
Yeah.
Oh man. I know. I just asked the question about at work, what would I do if I had like 100 million? I'm like, fuck, I'd travel the world, man.
I would travel.
Because like, the basic things like to invest, but like, if I had a lot of money, I'd travel. Shit.
No, I would rather travel. Yeah. It probably isn't the smartest option in the long run. It probably would be better to invest. But
we spend money just living here.
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah.
I'd rather go ahead and use it while I can. I don't want to invest and wait however long to then reap the rewards from that. I'd rather use it and enjoy my time in the moment.
Enjoy your life.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. So I guess what I was gonna ask you next is when did drugs and alcohol got in the picture for you?
Alcohol's always been in my life.
Yeah.
I have addiction on both sides of my family.
Got it.
So I've always been around that. And I mean, growing up, part of the time in California, like my weekends as a child were filled with going to wineries.
Yeah.
Like that's what my family would do. They would go to wineries or breweries. Like it was just beer and alcohol was always there. Or like beer and wine or whatever. And when my mom got with her current husband, I was really depressed. I was 8 years old, and that's when depression hit me. So I've been in therapy.
Pretty young.
Yeah, it is really young, but I've been in therapy more than half my life.
Yeah.
Because of that, that just kind of sparked it.
Yeah. Were you prescribed like psychiatric medication?
Yeah, I've been off and on meds since I was 8 years old, but having an 8-year-old take meds is hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being 8 and being told that you're now like dependent on medication.
Your brain isn't fully developed.
Yeah, being told at such a young age that you're now dependent on medication to like function as a normal person is hard.
That is hard.
So I've always had kind of a negative outlook on medication. I think that it can help a lot of people, but I've just never had it help me. I've tried a lot of different things because people always say like, oh, well, maybe it's just you're not doing the right one for you. You gotta keep
lab rat it.
You gotta keep trying. But trust me, I've tried for years, for a very long time.
Do you feel like you're a zombie when you take all that stuff?
Yeah, I don't like doing it. So that I'm now just raw dogging life. Yeah. And I don't do medication. Yeah. I feel like just doing therapy and figuring stuff out on my own, like finding ways to help myself.
Yes. But I won't take that away from people that do need it.
I think it helps a lot of people. A lot of my friends, they need their medication, but it's never been beneficial for me personally.
Right. And that's a
which is
independent journey and diagnosis and all that.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. I wish it was the easy route for me, but I've had to do the harder work of figuring it out on my own, which can be challenging. But so when I was 8 being diagnosed with depression, and having to then go to therapy and start meds, like it made things worse, honestly. It didn't really help a lot. I didn't like my therapist at the time.
Sure.
I didn't find her to be very helpful. I found her kind of creepy, actually.
A woman that was creepy to a child like that?
She was kind of creepy.
That's weird.
I thought that she might have been a murderer, honestly. No, I'm being so serious. I told my mom on multiple occasions that I thought that she could be a murderer, that there might be bodies in her trunk.
What if she was? What if she really was?
I think that she was. I still
She's like a serial killer that tries to hide in the disguise of being a child therapist.
Yep, I believe it. I wouldn't be shocked.
I'm a good person.
Exactly. I help people. Yeah. But being around like my family always drinking, they would always give me sips of alcohol. It was like, fine. Like, hey, we're drinking. Let's give our kid alcohol too. That makes sense.
That's not good.
Which is not good. And the depression got so bad that in 8th grade, in middle school in 8th grade, I decided to bring alcohol to school. I was drinking at school.
Yeah.
And I was an 8th grader. I was like, gosh, I can't even remember how old that would be. Like 12, maybe? 12? 12, 13?
Yeah, it's about, 12.
Yeah, 12, 13, something like that.
Something like that.
And I was drinking at school, and my friends had figured it out because they wanted to sip out of my water bottle and realized that it was not, in fact, water.
It wasn't water in there.
Yeah, it was not water.
Good old magic trick.
And I didn't want them to rat me out, so they went ahead and they took some. They took some of. They started drinking my alcohol.
Now they're part of it. So they have to. Go with it.
Which sucked because I am a pushover. So I just was like, okay, I guess, like, I don't want you to, but I kind of have no choice.
Yeah.
And somehow them getting drunk at school led to me getting in trouble.
Oh, they burnt you.
Yeah, and I got expelled.
Fuck. Really?
And had to transfer schools, which at the time was really rough for me, but looking back on it was honestly the best thing that could have happened for me.
Really?
Yeah, because even though that was a whole ordeal, and it was very chaotic in the moment, I loved that I got to transfer schools and reconnect with old friends, because I was always the kid trying to move and travel and, I don't know, separate myself from everyone. So when I went to middle school, like, I went to a different school than all my friends did. Like, I grew up with all these kids in elementary school, and they all went one place, and I decided to go different.
Yeah.
So I lost all those friendships. But when I got expelled, I got transferred to the school that all my friends were at.
Oh, cool.
So I wasn't alone, and that made me feel a lot happier and better. But so then I got better about it, and the depression kind of faded for a while. And then I moved to Texas.
Yeehaw!
Because always got to be moving.
Yeah.
And
what part of Texas?
I was living in a little town called Argyle. It's kind of near Dallas.
Okay, that's better. Yeah. I know that city.
Yeah, kind of near Dallas. It's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
And when I was there, I was doing a lot better, and I wasn't, drinking anymore, and my family wasn't like offering me alcohol as much anymore.
I see.
And
maybe they were like, maybe not. It's not a good idea anymore.
Yeah, and I definitely started developing different problems, and my mental health wasn't the best. And I started dating a really terrible person. And he brought me back to alcohol.
Oh no!
And unfortunately,
and you were how old when this happened?
I was 15.
I see.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, and he brought me back to it. And I was with him from age 15 to 20.
Oh, wow. That's a good,
very long time.
Yeah, that's a long time for so young, especially.
Exactly. And I went with him to college. And so being younger he was older, and being younger.
How much older?
He was only like a year or two older, but still, like, I was fresh out of high school, and he was going to all these college parties with these older people.
You think you're like,
and being back.
I feel that.
In like that party drinking atmosphere, it just led me back down to drinking.
For sure.
Again.
For sure. For sure.
And doing that a lot more frequently. It got really bad. I would go ahead and like drink whole bottles of like really nasty alcohol. It was really gross. But I would drink whole bottles, and I would get like upset and mad because he would be doing some really fucked up stuff. And
really?
he cheated on me a lot.
Okay.
With minors.
With what?
With minors.
Wow, he's an adult man?
Yep.
Oh, fuck that dude. What the fuck?
And I didn't know at the time that they were minors. I found out later on, but all I knew was that he was cheating on me.
Wow.
And so I would drink even more to cope with that, because this was my 5-year-long relationship. Like, at the time, I thought I was going to marry him. Being with him for that long.
You think he just wanted to go out with you because you're really young? Like, it was like kind of, what do they call it? Grooming? Yeah, like a groomer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
So I would go ahead and like drink whole bottles of some nasty crap, and I would smash bottles in the street, like throw them down in front of him, and like be really upset, like crying and losing my mind. And it was so awful. I got better and left him when I found out that my mom had cancer. Because when I found out my mom had cancer and she had to shave her head, I cut my hair off with her. Yeah. And being with him, I didn't tell him I was going to do that. And the second that he saw that I had done that, he decided to say some very negative choice words about that.
Really?
And that made me want to dump him immediately on the spot.
Okay.
And
it takes what it takes, I guess.
Yep. And decide to do better with my life. And
that's awesome that you did that for your mom, though. That's actually really like commendable.
I love her so much, and I don't regret cutting off my hair, but like
very beautiful hair.
Hair grows back. Thank you. Yeah, hair grows back.
It does grow back.
That wasn't.
I'm learning that too.
Yeah. So that wasn't a problem for me. And
sorry.
It was just like a lot of back and forth of, drinking to cope with my feelings and then getting better. And after that, I did get better, and I got into a better relationship with someone who was the complete opposite of who I had just been dating. And he was very kind to me, or at least by comparison, he was very kind.
Yeah.
And we were going to get married. And then that ended because of my mental health. He said a lot of things that being loved by me hurts.
Really?
That apparently being loved by me feels like overwhelming.
Really?
Because I do have BPD, borderline personality disorder, and
I see. And it was not being treated.
It wasn't, and I wasn't really doing anything for that, and I love intensely, and apparently that was
I get you now.
That was like too much for him.
Yeah.
So we ended things, but we still had lived together at the time, and the way he ended things was just very rude. It was very mean and very hurtful, and it was in a really bad time in my life because I was working at a restaurant and my coworker had attacked me.
What?
And yeah, like exactly a month prior, it was the worst year of my life.
Oh shit.
My coworker had attacked me a month prior, and my fiance knew about that. And so I was already like struggling with that, and I just like didn't want to go into work, and I couldn't
Absolutely
work.
Not. That's so fucking traumatic.
Yeah.
Like,
And
absolutely
and
not.
then like because of that, I was struggling with my mental health again, and I could feel that there was something off in my relationship, and that was hurting me more. And then it came to my birthday, and he dumped me a week before my birthday.
Oh my God.
And then my grandmother died. My great-grandmother had died 3 days later.
Oh my God.
And then it was my birthday.
Oh.
So it was just like a lot all happened in such a short amount of time. And all of that, I stopped going into work. I would just call out of work all the time. I was working 2 jobs.
Just being depressed and sad.
Yeah, I stayed at home. I would just sit in the shower and drink all day. Yeah. Like that's all I did all day is I would go to the grocery store, get alcohol, cigarettes, come home. I would sit in the shower and drink and cry by myself. Yeah. And it sucks because I have a lot of friends in AA and in sobriety, and we've talked about each other's stories before. And I know a lot of people that have all had like a fun party experience at one point or another. Yeah. I never got the fun party. I never had the fun. Dude. Yeah, I never had the fun party experience. Like for me, drinking was always like an extremely depressing solitude act. Yeah. Like usually
it was always just sad. It was never.
Yeah, usually I hear people talking about like drinking at parties or like with friends,
glass of wine in a nice little restaurant
or whatever. And I never had that. For me, it was always completely alone and in extreme, like the depths of depression. Yeah. So that's all I would do. Just
coping with this unbearable pain that you had.
Yeah, my mental health has led me to addiction so much. And like after all that happens and just drinking every day, and he would come home and there would just be bottles all over the place, or I would hide bottles under my side of the bed. Yeah. And it was a lot. And that breakup and everything that had happened and with the attack and everything led me to drugs.
Oh, awesome.
It had always been drinking up until that point. I see.
Up to you're 20 years old?
I was 21.
21, okay.
I was 21, now 23, but so not a long time. But yeah, at that point, my depression and everything in my life had only ever led me to drinking because that's all I knew. I mean, I saw family members. I have alcoholics in my family. I saw drunks, but not a lot of drugs. Not a lot of drugs. I'm well aware that my parents used to do a lot of hard drugs.
But they kind of moved on.
Yeah, which I don't understand. They've told me some of the drugs that they've tried.
Really?
And it's addictive stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, how
crack did heroin and meth, PCP.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, pretty much. And I just don't understand, how did you try these addictive things
and moved on
and just completely leave it?
Yeah.
Because I just don't get that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. How are you telling me you've tried this and then you're just like, it was good. It was good. I liked it. All right, so maybe we can hold off
it was
now.
A piece of delicacy, and it's like, okay, I moved on.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it, and I moved on.
I don't understand that at all.
Yeah,
but so I wasn't ever like fully present around that or anything.
Yeah.
I went and I was living in Texas.
Okay.
During this time.
Same town, same all that.
Different. I was living in San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know that town.
And I drove like 2 hours away to go visit a friend. And we had only ever met up like once or twice prior to this because we'd lived so far apart.
Yeah.
And I went to go and pick him up. And when I picked him up, he hopped in my car and he was like, okay, so here are our plans for the day. We can either go to the movies and go to the mall and hang out, or we can do acid.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, those are two totally different things.
Options.
Yeah.
What
And he was
options?
and I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I've got a guy and I've never tried. He was like, I really want to try LSD and I know this guy that's offering me some. I'm like, okay, I'm depressed. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I was like, well.
Would you recommend that to someone with depression?
No, I would not. It was absolutely awful. It was the first time and last time. I had never done that again.
Bad trip?
It wasn't even that. It was that, I mean, yeah.
Kinda.
But it was that for some reason, we did it together, my friend and I, and I was tripping, okay?
Yeah.
But it had no effect on him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was stone cold sober.
Really? Taking acid? But you felt it.
I thought that I was making it up in my head for a while because like we were sitting side by side and after a while he was like, hey, do you feel anything? Like this is kind of like, this sucks. Like, I feel nothing. And I'm like, literally my eyes are just so wide and I was like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean you feel nothing? And
I'm in a new world now.
It freaked me out and I don't know, that made me like really paranoid that he was just sober and I wasn't.
Weird. That is so weird.
That made me freak out. I was like, I was literally thinking, like, is there something wrong with me? Why am I the only one tripping right now?
Right.
Why is he completely fine?
Right, he's fine.
It really scared me.
Like you're going through a psychosis in your own.
Yeah, exactly. And I felt so stuck in my head because then the entire time he just ended up like trip sitting me. But he kept asking me, he was like, what's it like? What is going on?
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel?
He
watched
the trip.
Yeah, he wishes he was there with me and I like couldn't form words. I was just like so gone. I was just like completely paralyzed and I didn't want to speak. And eventually like I sat there silent for so long and eventually I found like the words to talk to him and I was just like, hey man, I can't talk right now. Like I told him like, I really need you to read my mind right now. Like I can't tell you this. I can't give you any info. I really need you to just read my mind.
I see.
And
like Professor Xavier from the X-Men.
Yeah, and exactly. And like that went on for like such a long time. It was just so hard for me to talk. And I was paranoid because this was like my third time hanging out with him. And at some point I was like, hey, I'm so sorry if I'm not being fun right now.
Yeah.
But it's really hard. I can't be entertaining and fun because between like our dynamic, he's more of like a listener and I'm more of the talker.
I see.
So
the balance is off.
Yeah, the balance was completely thrown off. Me being like incapable of speech and him already just not being much of a talker. We just kind of sat in silence for so long. And he reassured me. He was like, no, you're good. I'm chilling. Like, I'm completely fine. Don't even worry about it. But I still was it just made me so paranoid.
Yeah, of course.
I was just so extremely paranoid.
Yeah.
And I hated it.
You were kind of hoping he would just take the role of
yeah, exactly. But that didn't happen.
Yep.
And that sucked. And at one point he left me alone. And so then I was like completely alone. He like walked away to go get like a hamburger.
Oh,
and I was completely alone. And I was like freaking out by myself. And I like called my ex.
Yeah.
Because like we were living together and I was only 2 hours away. And
during this trip.
And I was freaking out. And it felt like it literally felt like my friend was gone for so long. Like it felt like he was gone forever. He probably in reality was only gone for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But for me, it felt like it was like hours.
Eternity.
Yeah. So I was freaking out and I was calling my ex and I was like, dude, I'm on drugs. I don't know where I am. Yeah. I'm alone right now. Yeah. My friend just left. I don't know when he's coming back. I'm so scared. Yeah. And Max was just pissed at me. He was like, don't come home tonight. Wow. Like, if you call me again, I'm going to call your mom and tell her that you're doing this.
Wow. You got to snitch on you to your mom.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not what I need to hear.
I don't want to hear this.
That's not what I need to hear right now. Yeah. And going back to my apartment in Texas, still drinking. And I didn't do any other drugs after that.
Okay.
I was still just really depressed and not doing anything with my life. Stuck in that like cycle of just drink, smoke, sleep. That's it. Yeah. My family came and got me, and I drove from Texas back here to California.
Oh, okay. So you were living on your own in Texas?
Yeah. I had no family or friends out there. It was just my fiance and I.
I see.
And yeah, I came back to California in hopes that maybe I could get better. And I mean, it's also mainly I couldn't take care of myself. I wouldn't eat. I would only drink or sleep. Yeah. That was it. And I wouldn't be going to work. It was just really hard for me. Right. I couldn't take care of myself. So I had to come back home with family and hopefully get better. And I did for like a month. And then I reconnected with some old friends, and that old friend turned out to be a coke addict.
Oh, cocaine?
Yep. And her, like, reconnecting with her and her being a coke addict, she obviously offered me some. Yeah. And so then...
How nice of her.
Yeah, it was very kind.
It's very expensive, you know?
Yeah, so then I got really into coke, and I loved it so much because I do have bad social anxiety, and
it's a great thing to conquer.
and I have really bad social anxiety and stuff, and I don't like going out. Like, I'd rather just be home all the time and be in solitude. And I like that.
That sounds like me right now.
Yeah, I like that. It doesn't have to be a sad thing. Yeah. Like, I feel like a lot of people think that, like, being home alone is a sad thing. It really isn't. It can be quite comforting and peaceful. Yeah. But when I would be on coke, then I could go out to clubs. Then I could go out to parties, and I could go to bars, and I could be social. I could dance and talk to people. It was great. It made me feel like a better person because I was more social and a lot more fun. Because I feel like a lot of the times I felt like I was just like a bummer. Because even like growing up, my friends would be like, "Hey, let's go out. Like, let's go do this or that," and I would just be like, "Nah, good. I kind of want to stay home." Yeah. And that was always me. So I felt like I was just like more fun to be around doing coke. Which is crazy.
I felt the same fucking way. That's it's funny you're describing your thing. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same with me.
I genuinely felt like it made me a better person. Which is
I'm a cool person.
Which is really bad. I feel like I'm much better now, thank God. Yeah. But at the time that was my feelings on it, that it made me better.
It's an interesting little denial we'll have about things like that.
Yeah. And doing that, it became like a lot more frequent, and it wasn't curing my depression or anything.
No, it doesn't.
It wasn't curing. It wasn't my magical cure for depression or anything. And I still struggled, and I didn't really like know what to do. And it got really bad, especially because then I'm not sleeping and I'm not eating because
that's definitely not gonna help.
Like when you're doing that, you're not hungry and you're not tired. So I was doing even worse.
Absolutely.
And like it got to a point where I like was just so depressed and so like I was only ever doing drugs and drinking to prevent myself from killing myself. But it got to a point where I was doing it so much more often that I was probably going to kill myself from doing that. Right. Like now what I used as a precaution was now becoming like the dangerous thing.
Yeah, the thing that will lead to it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, so I I don't know, I had a moment and I told my mom, I was like, I need to go somewhere. I need some kind of help. This is not working.
Yeah.
Like I'm not living life. Like I don't even feel like a human right now.
Yeah.
And that was like just a quick moment of me telling her I needed to get help. And then I immediately went back to like, oh, I'm good, guys. I'm good. It's fine. I don't need help.
Never mind.
I'm actually doing great. Don't worry about it.
I retract my previous statement.
Exactly. No. Don't remember what I said the other day.
Yeah, forget
all of that. Yeah. But she didn't forget it. And she found me a rehab to go to. And I did not want to go. I was so paranoid before going. Like I called the place like multiple times. I was like, so scared. And I don't even remember who I was on the phone with, but I was talking to some girl on the phone. I was like, hey, I'm coming there on Friday. Yeah. I'm terrified. What's it like? Is it bad? Yeah. I've never been before. Is it bad?
Were you there?
Yeah.
That's
like,
hilarious.
Can you tell me
so
like
cute.
what's the demographic? Okay. Like what are the people that are there right now? I was really scared. And so I was like backing out and I didn't want to go. And I was telling my mom, I'm like, I think I'll be fine at home. I think that I don't actually need to go. And I think I'll be fine at home. And and like, I don't need this. And she's like, well, are you sure? And I didn't need her to say that in the moment because I didn't want to go. Like she was trying to be supportive and I know that, but me being scared and wanting to back out and not go to rehab, she should have been encouraging me to go. Yeah. Versus being like, okay, well, if you don't want to, then you don't have to.
Oh, wise. She gave you a pass.
Yeah. And luckily hearing her say that kind of, it hurt me. And it made me want to go.
No shit.
It made me want to go. Like the fact that she didn't really care either way made me just like really.
I was thinking it was like some sort of reverse psychology.
No, my family's just like very just chill and doesn't care about anything. Like, I mean, they're the ones giving me alcohol when I was a kid. Right. And like same with my friends. Like
maybe they do, but they just have trouble like try to
No, they have their moments, sure, but
for sure.
But I don't know about all that.
Yeah. It's like, well, whatever you want to do with your life.
Yeah, kind of. Like even my therapist in rehab like tried scheduling a family day, like family therapy. Didn't and work. My family's response was, well, could we do it a different day? I'm busy going to SeaWorld.
They want to see Shamu?
And my therapist, he was like, well, like, Julia would really benefit from this. Like, I think that we need to have a family day. Like, this is really important. Like, I think that, this is something that needs to happen.
Right.
And they were just like, yeah, but like, I'm busy.
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld. And then I think the next weekend was like Disneyland. They're like, we're busy doing all this stuff. Can we reschedule it for a different day? And my therapist then came back to me and told me that that's what they said. And because up until that point, I was telling my therapist, I'm like telling him how, I feel like my family doesn't really care. They're just like way too chill and they kind of don't care. And I told him a lot of how like my family, my parents treat me more like a friend or a sibling than they do their daughter.
Sure.
And in their defense, they did have me young, but that's still not the best. And I was telling my therapist this, and it's not that he didn't believe me, but I didn't think he like realized how serious I was being about that. And when he had that phone call with them being like,
kind of got the vibe of it.
He fully understood. He was like, you know what? Okay. I completely understand now.
Yeah.
I fully understand.
Yeah. Because you kind of want to, hope like, I guess like, people would be more like, I guess, more of a certain way. Like, oh, like, let's address this. Let's help. Let's just, No. I guess it is what it is, though.
Yeah, it is what it is. They mean well most of the
absolutely.
time, but there's not a lot of. I don't feel a lot of love there, parental love.
Sure.
Anyways, I feel like I raised myself off and on for a lot, which probably is the cause of a lot of my struggles. It definitely is part of the reason I've got issues. Going into rehab though, I didn't, and like kind of wanting to be there and not be there at the same time. I don't.
Yeah, that's everybody.
I don't remember my first like few days there. I don't really remember a whole lot.
Did you undergo any like withdrawals from alcohol, cocaine, or was it just...
No, because I was trying to stay home. I didn't want to go to rehab. I was convincing my family like I got this on my own.
I got it.
So prior to going in, I think I was like a week sober.
Oh, so you already had
Yeah, I'd already done that at home. I was already a week sober going in because I was trying to be like, hey,
I got this.
I don't need help. I got this on my own. Yeah, I'm under control. I've got it handled. Don't worry about it. So I think that I was like about a week sober prior to going in. But I was just like out of it mentally still, and
for sure. And that's a whole other ballgame.
And I didn't really like, I don't know, I feel like I didn't take it too seriously. It kind of seemed more of just like, I'll do this and then I'll go out and go back to life and it'll be fine.
I see. Like a little stint.
Yeah, like this is my little like vacation, I guess. A little break from life, and then I'll get back to it eventually.
I see.
But then I met someone there who we became like really close friends really quickly, and meeting him gave me like a different outlook on it.
Oh yeah.
Because he was taking it so seriously.
Oh,
and he was taking his sobriety so seriously and his mental health and being there, and encouraged me. And that meant the world to me.
I see.
I genuinely think that the reason why I'm like a living, functioning person right now is like largely contributed to him, because he was such a kind person, kind, caring person when I needed it the most.
Yeah.
And even coming out of rehab, he was still there for me. And I wasn't going to meetings when I first got out of rehab. I was like, I don't really need that.
Yeah.
I'm
graduated.
Fine. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't really need that. I had no interest. And but he was the one to encourage me and be like, no, like come to a meeting with me. You're going to go to meetings with me. And and he got me in the rooms, and then I was there, and I would just like listen, and I enjoyed it. I did. And I feel like it helped, but then I wasn't speaking. Like I was never speaking or sharing. Or
I struggle with that too.
Yeah, and he was the one to encourage me and tell me the importance of no, you got to share. You need to fellowship. You need to talk to people.
Bump, like...
Yeah, he was the one to go ahead and like push me forward, and because of that, like I did start speaking, and I did start like making friends and fellowshipping and getting more involved and doing a lot better. And he got me my sponsor.
I see.
Like I, again, was like, I'm good. I can do this on my own. He was like, no, I know this person. Here's a great girl right here. Like she can be your sponsor. And he introduced us, and he was like, this is Julia. You're going to be her sponsor.
I see.
And then I had a sponsor.
Made it happen.
He made it happen for me. And same thing with
like a manager.
And same thing with my best friend today. Like my best friend. Like I love her so much, and I'm so glad that I have her in my life, and that she's like a sister to me. She's family.
That's awesome.
And I met her because of him. He was like, you know what? You need more sober friends. You need more people in the community. Here's this girl I know.
Nice.
You guys are going to be friends now. And he made that happen for me.
That's awesome.
And unfortunately, he and I are not friends anymore, but I still have such a love and appreciation for him. And
that happens.
Yeah. I wish the best for him, and I have no ill will, despite some things that may have happened. But I owe a lot of my life right now to him. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Because he got me on the right track of just like showing me the importance of doing all the work.
Right.
And like whatever it takes, because I don't think that I could have gotten there on my own.
Right.
I don't think I could have done that on my own.
It's hard to really hit that breaking point.
It is. And like if I had been doing it on my own, I probably would have gone to a meeting or two eventually, but I wouldn't have started sharing. I wouldn't have been like making friends. I wouldn't have gotten a sponsor, and like I wouldn't have done as well as I'm doing now if it weren't for him helping me and like pushing me to succeed. which I greatly appreciate. Especially like I loved my sponsor. She was the most amazing. She really was. And she got me through the steps, and like it was crazy doing step work with her. Anytime we would like get to like the next step, it was relevant to what was going on in my life, like that time.
I see.
Like as we were reading the book and doing step work, every time we would get to the next thing, it was like relevant to whatever we had just talked about, like going on in my life. It felt like so like perfect timing. Like it was meant to be. And now I don't know, like now I'm doing much, much better, and I'm so grateful for it. I do have friends that still drink. I have friends that are sober, and I still have friends that are drinkers, but they're not alcoholics and they're not addicts, and they're all made well aware of my past, because I'm not ashamed of it.
So you're only 23 right now, right? So you're very young, and you still have like, you know, friends that are like normies and you can handle business and drinking.
Exactly.
I've been in that position, so I know what you're saying.
But they're exactly. And I mean, I still want to go out and have fun with them. Like I love dancing now. Like I love going out and
you don't
dancing.
Need Coke no more.
Like there was a time like a month ago or so where I was going out every weekend with them, because we would go and dance, and they would be drinking, and they were kind enough that anytime like they would go and get themselves a drink, they'd come and bring me like a can of Diet Coke. And or like bring me a cup of water. And they are extremely respectful about it, which I really appreciate.
Cool.
Like I love those friendships that they care about me so much. And like really respect my journey and my sobriety, because I've told them all things that have happened, and they're like just very compassionate towards that,
right? Which
I appreciate, because I know that, I mean, I am a little over a year sober, but I know that
What is your sobriety date?
August 16th. I always get it confused with my friends, because his is I think his is a week before mine.
Oh, I see.
But the 16th, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So a little
Double
bit.
Check.
So a little bit over a year. I could check my app. A little bit over a year, though.
That's awesome.
But I know that can be like hard for some people, because I've tried inviting some of my other like sober friends that I know, like that I've met at meetings, and I've tried inviting them to come out with us before and ask like, hey, we're gonna go dance at this place. Like, do you want to come with us? And my friend, like, she'll say yes sometimes, but it's harder for her, because she doesn't have the time that I have, and it's more important for her to stay away from that.
I see.
So sometimes I don't invite her anymore now, because I know that it's probably just not a good idea to even like have the option there. But I was offering the option there for her of like, if you want to like come and dance, like it's with safe people. Like I'm going to be there with you, and it's with other people that are safe and very respectful.
Right.
But I know that it can be a lot harder for,
some
for people with like less time. And just in general, even people with a lot of time. I know a lot of people
it's kind of more where your mental health and where you're at.
Yeah, it is mental. Yeah.
For sure. Like some people, you know, are like, I mean, you've seen it. Like I'm sure by now, like, you know, people with a lot of time, they're just, you know, they stop doing the work, and they stop doing what they got to do, and their mental health is just kind of developing more sour and more, and it starts to get to a point where you're kind of like they call it in treatment relapse mode, and you're just kind of on an autopilot. Well, that's how it felt like for me, because I did that. So like you're, you know, and you put yourself in this environment, and then it's just like you're like, hey, fuck it, man.
Yeah, exactly. For me, like I feel like mental health is so largely tied to. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's so extremely tied, but especially like for just my journey, like I on a normal day, like when I was drinking or anything, like if someone were to ask me like, hey, let's go to a bar, let's drink, like I wouldn't really want to. I didn't see it as a fun thing. I saw it as just a different form of self-harm. Because like what is it that people say? Like pain in the body silences pain in the mind.
Yeah.
So for me, I saw it as like just a really like kind of a shameful thing that you do alone and to cope with life, with your brain, with whatever. So yeah, I
No,
don't know.
no, no, no. That's so good that you have that self-awareness.
Yeah, and
because you are really young. I mean, it's I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of like little tests throughout your life that people are gonna be like, oh hey, okay, and you want let's go get some drinks, whatever. Yeah, I've had that too.
Yeah, I've definitely had.
When you get older, it gets a little easier.
Yeah,
people stop like.
Yeah,
it's like you get sad. Like, oh man, you go home, go sleep.
I definitely have had some tests. Not even when I go and hang out with my non-sober friends.
Sure.
Not even then. It's just the one of my friends that I used to do drugs with had reached out to me recently.
Oh, really?
And she wanted me to come and see her new apartment and hang out with her. And I did, and I told her, like, I reminded her, like, hey, I'm sober. You know this. Like, please be respectful of that. And it definitely was just a test being back in that kind place.
Because it was a lot of exposures things.
Yeah, exactly. Because I any day I would always choose drugs over alcohol. Alcohol's not a problem for me, even though it's been a problem in the past. It's not like my choice.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be my go-to option.
Yeah. You opened the door to drugs.
Yeah,
so you're
like, but being around drugs, that's a whole different thing. And
I know.
Yeah, and being around that, seeing that again, and seeing it has been like twice within the past 2 months where I had been around people like doing coke.
Yeah.
And that's the love of my life right there, cocaine. But like seeing them and the way that they acted and being sober, like I don't want to be like that.
I see.
I want more in life. Like I want to finish doing college and I want to like be a teacher. And I so like
you look like you could be a teacher.
Yeah, I used to be a preschool teacher, but now I want to be a high school teacher. So I need to do some more schooling for that. But like I want to have more in life. Yeah. And I just know that if I were to relapse or go back to that life, that I couldn't do that. Like I want to have a family. I want a husband. I want children. I can't have any of those things if I'm doing drugs.
You can't do that on coke?
I can't
What?
do that on coke.
What?
And I'm sure there are people out there that do, but it's just not the life that I want to live, especially like growing up with a family that drinks and does stuff like that. I would never want to.
You want to do something different.
Yeah, I would never want to do that for my own with my own family.
Right.
So just like it gave me such a realization seeing these people do these things again, like seeing that from a sober mindset of like, I never want to be back there. I don't ever want to be back in that place, especially because that was just like such a dark spot for me. Like, I don't want to be risking my life. Or I remember when I had a friend and she would call me sometimes at crazy hours of the night and just be like, hey, I'm outside, bring your Narcan.
Wow.
I need you to like, just watch me to make sure I don't OD.
God damn.
Like she would tell me, she's like, and I was actively doing coke at the time. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm coming.
Sure.
But there were times when she would tell me straight up like, hey, I'm not going to give you any of my coke. I just need you to call 911 and Narcan me if I'm dying.
Shit.
Like, I don't ever want to be there again. I don't want to risk my life.
Right.
And
it's not worth it.
It's not. Like, I can't accomplish the things that I want in life if I ever went back to drinking or drugging.
Right.
Like, yeah. And I feel really bad for having like used that, like procrastinated with the things in life. Like I could have already been done with college now, but because I was too busy.
Still plenty of time.
Yeah, but because I was, no, there is. But like I could have already been done and have already like been doing more with my life. But I was too busy doing other things.
Yeah.
I was too busy being
having fun.
Yeah.
I
was too busy doing that. And like I feel really guilty and shameful about that because like I want to make my grandfather proud. He's always been such a huge supporter of me, and he sees me as like the shining hope for our family. Because
you absolutely
like
are.
Nobody else in my family had gone to college, like on that side of my family, and so like he wants me to do college. He wants me to travel and have a good life, and I hadn't been doing that. I was kind of being a disappointment, and being just like a menace to in general. So I want to get back to doing something that can make him proud, but also make myself proud.
Absolutely.
Because I'm not super proud of where I have been. I'm not shameful of it, like outwardly. Like I don't hide it, and I'm an open book, and I'll gladly tell anyone anything about my life. I'm not the proudest of the things that I've said or done, and my behavior in the past has been a little uncalled for.
Right.
So,
yeah, but here you are now,
trying to do better.
Yeah,
doing better.
Yeah, you absolutely are.
Yeah,
you absolutely are. You have a very, very, very bright future ahead of you.
Thank you.
I absolutely think that, and I really appreciate you taking your time to come here and do my podcast.
Yeah.
And you know what thing I still to this day I'm so impressed that you recognize this my inspiration for this. You're the only motherfucker.
Really?
Only
That's
one.
so crazy
Nobody.
To me.
Yeah.
No, I love your tattoos. They're awesome.
Yeah, thanks. But I just funny. I was like, damn, how the hell did you? Nobody ever fucking figured it out.
I watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of anime and movies and shows.
Yeah.
I spent the better part of yesterday actually writing out a list like on Google spreadsheets of everything I've watched.
So funny.
I'm not even halfway done, and it's just ridiculous the amount of things that I've watched.
I've done my fair share.
Yeah.
I've done my fair share.
In my defense, though, I am an English major, okay?
Oh.
Yeah, so
is that right?
Yeah, so in my defense, me watching, like, way too much television, it's not really a bad thing. I'm not wasting my time with it. I'm losing sleep, actually, because I'll just stay up late and do that. I'm not, like, wasting my hours in the day. I'm just losing time sleeping.
It's all for research. And
no, it really is. It really, so really is, okay? I love it. I love all the different...
Bettering the world.
Yeah, all the different things.
So funny. But yes, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you. And I'd love to have you on one of my little photo shoots.
Yeah,
I gotta get one. Gotta get one going. But yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.